Welcome to another edition of Vildosola Talks. Today I'm having a conversation with Ricky Johnson, known better as RJ, my partner in crime and in off-road racing. And we're going to tell you this time how we met, because I think obviously we met in an off-road environment, which makes it just perfect. And we've hooked up since, well, I actually gave Ricky a call in 2020 and said, "You busy?"
And it's worked out. It's worked out quite well.
The answer was no. It was. I think the timing was good, wasn't it?
Timing was absolutely perfect.
So, do you want to race next season? So that's how it started. This last stint, but we want to tell you about the very beginning.
Yes.
How's that? Why don't you start and tell me, because you found me.
So I found Gus. So I was. My father never. He'd never been to a Baja race. So he took me to Baja when I was little. You know, I think we went down to San Felipe and took me riding mini bikes, and he got chased by a dog and bit by a dog, you know, riding his 175 Enduro down there. But he had never gone back, and we would talk a lot about, you know, this is what I'm doing, and this is my pre-running and all the different stuff. So I was racing for McPherson Chevrolet in 1995. And so we were driving back. As we were going across the Laguna Chapala, I see a truck off to the side. And it was like a Wednesday. It was the middle of the day, in the middle of the week, when we were done pre-running, and I was driving home. And so I see the truck, and so my dad's like, "Don't stop. It could be a bandito, or it could be, you know, somebody bad." I'm like, "No, it's not, Dad. It's a race truck, and it looked just like Walker Evans' truck, but red in the front." So I'm like, "That's an awesome truck." So I want to stop and see if they need any help. So when we pulled over, I'll talk to you, the people. Gus walked up and says, "Hey, you were there with a couple people, and something was wrong with the truck. It wouldn't work, and you're right just past the entry. So there was really nowhere to go. You know, you either had to walk all the way back to San Felipe or all the way to..."
It was a long walk either way, and the engine was gone, so we had to do something different.
So he said, "Hey, can you give me a ride?" I said, "Yeah, hop in." So he hopped in, my dad hopped in the back. We started talking on the way up. I said, "Hey, I'm Rick, I'm Gus," and I said, "So, what do you..."
And believe it or not, he took me home.
Yeah.
So that was quite an introduction.
Yeah. And so it was just very casual, very organic, and natural. It wasn't. I didn't expect anything from you. You didn't expect anything from me. It was two off-road racers
and two great surprises, because I got home and I made a friend. So that was fantastic, and that was the beginning of what we've done the last almost 4 years now.
But there's one more story. So I was going to Europe because I just quit racing motorcycles, and so they had me doing different events, going and shaking hands and doing things like that, as a past champion does. And we took a red-eye flight to Paris, to Charles de Gaulle, and I'm standing there waiting for my luggage, and I look across the way and I'm thinking, "That looks like Gus." And so I'm like, what is a off-road racer from Mexico doing in Paris? This doesn't make any sense. So I look over and I go,
it didn't make any sense to see you there either. But anyway, we're standing in the immigration line to see the officer, and, "Hey, Rick, how are you? How's it going?" And, you know, one of those things that do not happen very often. Finding somebody that found you in the middle of nowhere, well, not nowhere, the middle of Lake Chapala. And then meeting him again at the Paris airport. "Hey, guy, how you doing?" So it's been quite a feat, you know. Very exciting the way things have happened to us, and probably now we can go on to maybe 2020. I was having my Mason built at that point in time, and of course, very optimistic. We're going to race San Felipe, Ricky. So yeah, I'm on. No San Felipe, no Baja 500, and then the truck is done.
Yeah.
So we start playing with it and testing, and the next race was the Baja 400 precisely, and Double was leading the points.
Yep.
And didn't like his old truck a whole lot. Not any better than my new truck. So I decided, well, let's team up and let's give him a chance at the points, and let's have Ricky help, and we'll do the 400 and see what develops from there. So.
Yeah. So we came together, and so it worked out good because I've been doing so much testing, developing the truck with Mason. So I had a little bit of a back, the back door.
Quite a bit. Talking about lucky breaks, you find the guy that's done it all in the all-wheel drive.
So when we did that, but what was so great when I came to Vildosola Racing was how innovative you guys wanted to be. You wanted to try different things. You had Dave Clark, you had Javi, you had GVR, the captain of the whole thing, and a very, very motivated Tavo. So to me, it was a perfect environment. I felt that I could come in and add to everybody. What was great is that I worked against Dave my whole career because him and Rob McCackern were so tight. But then when I was able to work with him and really see the genius that he is, and still learning more and more, it was great. But then also learning, I'm going to call it the strength of the red shirt. I've always been an outsider, looking at all of the, all the Vildosola Racing and everybody down in Mexico and everywhere, you see along the race course, all the support and stuff. And then when I finally became part of the team, it was great. I found a home.
Well, that's great to hear, Ricky, and you're most welcome here. It's been almost 4 years now that we've partnered up in this racing business, so couldn't be happier. I think we found a duo that really has the elements to complement each other. What you do well, I don't do well. What you do very well, I don't do either. But it's been a lot of fun learning from you, the guy that knows most, has the most experience with the Mason all-wheel drive. Had the first one and the second one, yep. and drove them all. So I learned a lot from that. I'm very grateful, and I think, God, we're off to a great partnership. Hopefully for our fourth consecutive championship this year, and I don't know how many more to come, but not quitting now.
Well, and that was the thing, is that I think everybody always, the goal is always to win. I mean, that's when you commit the time for the physical fitness, the sacrifices to make sure that you can be on point when it comes to racing, the money that's spent, the time that is spent, the people, the organization, the everything, the whole Vildosola family, from Fernando 1, Fernando 2, from Tavo 1 to Tavo 2, to all the different things that go into it. You have that plan, but we've been very fortunate to do what we've done as a team. And also, I don't want to exclude Mike Johnson, as well as Mike Coleman.
Mike Coleman, yes,
Yeah,
absolutely.
So those two guys came in really never driving a truck, and they did a fantastic job as well.
Yes, they did, and of course we need to also the guys that always ride with us.
Yes,
Victor and Nico, man, those two put in just a extraordinary extra effort. It's incredible how hard they work at being on point with their notes, the way they call them out, the way they're not just navigators. They're mechanics. They're
yes.
coaches. They do a lot for us, and without them, I don't think we would have done as well.
Well, and with the Nico, I got to tell a story. So I'm racing for Rick Johnson. I started racing for Alan Pfluger the 1 year for the 1,000 one and went all the way to Cabo. Then I jumped in with the other Rick Johnson who we raced against, and the airbox was kind of unplugged, and I got stuck in one of the silts down south. And this crazy guy comes up, hooks a rope up, gets his friend, does that, snaps me out of there, and I'm like, who was that guy? I can't even think of who it was. So then, fast forward, I'm down at Jim Baldwin's house in Cabo San Lucas.
Yes.
And the woman that takes care of the house, her daughter's boyfriend, has helping us unload. Oh, whoops! I thought I turned it off. My bad. That's not mine.
Oh, that was mine.
Oh, it wasn't mine.
Well, somebody had to ruin the filming.
All right. So, back up. So now, I'm going to the airport, and I see this person unloading my bags. I'm looking at him. I'm like, "Hey, were you in the silt?" And he goes, "Yeah." And I said, "I never got to thank you. I was one of the trucks." He goes, "Oh, we pulled out probably 10 or 15 trucks." I go, and he just had an old. Turn your ringer off here.
Yeah. Javi, I'll call you shortly. We're doing an interview. So I'll call you. Thanks. Hope it works.
Turn the ringer off. How do you turn the ringer off?
I got it.
Okay. I don't know.
No ringing.
You got the new phone. I don't know how to turn it off.
Yeah, no ringing.
All right. So we go to the airport, and Steph and I are getting on Jim Baldwin's plane, and this person's loading our luggage. And I'm going, "Hey, were you?" Because he wasn't all dirty and sweaty and everything. I'm like, "Were you
Cleaned
that-"
up looks way different, huh?
I go, "Were you that guy?" And he says, "Yeah." And I said, "Thank you. I was stuck. I wasn't going to get out. The carburetor was full of dirt, but you got me out, and I was able to finish. We got sixth. So now we're pre-running for the 1,000 when I'm racing with Tavo and with all three of us, and I'm telling the story to my friend Jerry, and I look at Nico and I'm like, "Nico, that was you." And he goes, "Yeah, that was me." I go, "Why didn't you say something?" He goes, "You never asked." I'm like, "How am I supposed to know?" So it's crazy, the connection with everybody, including Nico and Victor. I knew from Harrah's racing
Yes,
and the super lights and all the different stuff, and so it's been how it's come together. But then when we decided that we had our first race and our first win, and didn't think it was going to happen. We got stuck I got a flat, and then we were stuck in fourth gear.
Yes.
And we thought,
This is the end of this.
well, I'm like, we're just going to go until it doesn't go anymore. And we saw, we broke, I think, every record of temperatures in a converter. I mean, you had to go through Matomi.
Yes.
So
in fourth gear.
Stuck in fourth gear. And that just says a lot for the X-Track transmission and everything that put that together. But we ended up winning, and it was really close with Rick and Rolf. I mean,
Yes,
we were like, who's going to win? And it was seconds.
But we made it.
We made it.
And that was the beginning of it all. Now it's been 14 consecutive races.
Yes.
And keeping fingers crossed for Saturday.
Knock on wood. So yeah. But what was been great about everything is that you and I'm a little bit possessed when it comes to my racing. It's like once I get going, I'm like, okay, how can we be better? How can we be better? Because when I was with Honda and racing bikes, as soon as you get comfortable, someone's going to take you down. It's happened to Michael Schumacher. It's happened to Ayrton Senna. It's happened to Valentino Rossi. When you think that you're at a level that you're untouchable, you will be touched.
Yes.
And every time that you and I have talked, and we talk with Dave and we talk with Javi, and we've also talked with Tavo and talk with Nico and Victor, and how can we be better? How can we be better with the power? How can we be better with the suspension? How can we be better with our driving?
Yes, yes.
And so we had some.
And that, fortunately, we share.
Yes.
That desire of constant improvement.
We have to, because winning is great. Don't get me wrong. Winning feels much better than losing.
Oh, way better. I like it a lot better.
A lot better.
Let's make that clear.
But that's just an element of hard work. And with your business, with Mexlog, and when you were with Kenworth, it's success is from hard work, and that's what it takes. So we've continued to keep working and to get better and better. And I'm excited because we have Larry Rossler and David Payne. You know, Rolf and Rick are going to be coming back.
Yes.
And they're both in all-wheel drive, so it's not like, oh, we're racing two-wheel drive against four-wheel drive. And I've been really proud of how we've, as two old guys, are holding up against these young guys. We're right in the top 10. We're in the mix.
We have not done bad at all. So
No.
I'm very proud of that also. And, well, I guess it's off to finish the season, hopefully with another championship. And doesn't get much better.
No, but I want to say that my favorite race for you was the one that I made mistakes at the beginning. I got two flats. We lost a bunch of ground at the beginning of the race. We got you in the truck on the south side of Chapala, and you took off like a bat out of hell. You drove the wheels off the truck, and you were going really fast. And so Rick and Rolf had a problem. They were in the pit, and we started talking, not unbeknownst to you. Should we tell him? I mean, he's driving really, really good. I think it might be best if we just let him do his thing. And we talked about that after, is that you took, with the times when I've given you the truck in the lead, the pressure of, I don't want to mess up. And when you had that, when you could race to where I got to win, then don't you think those are the moments that you I mean, you don't ask for them, but you truly love them when you're in the moment?
That's why we race. The challenge that develops during the race, when it's the lead, it's a certain type of pressure.
Yeah.
And when you're behind, I don't know which one is worse, but there's a lot of pressure also. But we've been very fortunate, learned to handle it, and I think we handle it very well.
Well, it's only about 100 degrees, so we learned if you don't give him water and you put him at a deficit, he drives better. He's a little pissed off afterward because I didn't plug in his water hose, and so we've had to talk about that.
More than once.
More than once. No,
But anyway, that's another story.
Was it on purpose? I don't know. I would never do that. I would never do that. So right now, how do you feel? Going into this, a lot of people want to talk about a number. I don't care about a number. Right now I want to pre-run good. I want to qualify good. And I want to just attack every turn. And if the 15th one falls, if we get beat, we'll be the first to congratulate that person that beats us.
Absolutely, no doubt. But yes, that challenge says it all, and I'm definitely up for it. And we'll understand. Hopefully, we all want to win, like you said. But the day we don't, we'll be the first to congratulate the winner.
So let me ask you a question. I know we're talking, but what are some of your highlight moments out of 14 races? I mean, and it's not, I don't think it's crossing the finish line, but what are some of the moments that you really enjoyed about the process of this coming together?
Well, I think there's been several. One of them you did mention, being stuck in fourth gear in a race that requires all gears like San Felipe in order to do it in the most efficient manner.
Yep.
We were definitely not efficient, but that was a highlight. Learning to take care of that converter that's overheating that I knew could cost us the race.
Yeah.
But we had no choice.
Yeah.
So the choice was either you learn to keep it cool and keep yourself cool, or it's ours to lose. We were leading at that moment. So that was challenging. The Baja 500, in which we had to be adding oil to the front
Yep.
diff. Every 40 miles a stop, and the guys would put oil in the front diff, and we were just babying that thing home, trying to make sure that it made it to the finish line because we were in the lead once again. So I don't like having those situations, but they certainly bring out the best of you when they do happen.
Well, and for me was and you might reflect on it a little bit, but in the thousands, it was so cold when I got to you. You know, you had a big warm jacket on, and you took off, and then it was rain and almost snow and freezing, and you had to blast your way through the mud. I mean, that's also a lot of pressure there, just trying to stay on the road.
Yes, and these things do skate quite a bit in that, in the clay, like Hamau.
Yeah.
Wow, that's a handful.
Yep.
But that's what makes it fun.
Exactly. You always look back and go, well, the controversy that you had to go through, but I think we also have to give a big attaboy to the team. You know, to all the red shirts. They're always there. They're always supportive. They're always fast to get us in and out of the pits. And if we have a problem.
And when we do have a problem, they solve it.
Yes.
So, hats off to the boys.
Thank you, gentlemen. You guys make this fun. And I just want to thank, as I say in all of our pit meetings and stuff like that, I want to thank the whole family. Because for one, we don't get to play unless our wives allow us to. Let's be honest.
It wouldn't be fun if they didn't.
So having the whole family from Fernanda, your wife, Fernanda, your daughter, who takes care of everything from our travel to making sure that we're all on board, to your son-in-law Steve, who makes. I mean, he's balancing. He's got a lot of balls in the air.
A lot of balancing acts.
And then also Tavo, same thing, balancing business and racing and sponsorships with Ford and sponsorships with Polaris and all the different things that are going on. It's been a huge blessing for me. I've driven and raced for great teams from Chevrolet to Honda, and I put Vildosola Racing right at the top. So thank you.
Thank you.